Welcome everyone. We'll wait for a few minutes before starting. I'll just prepare my presentation. Good afternoon. Okay, I can see some of the chat is coming already. Let me get this one ready. I have a question for you. Very good. I hope you enjoyed programming in Python and you spent some time coding and looking at solving some problems. Good afternoon. May I know that did you teach the module through? No, we did today. Yesterday we did only module 1. Today we'll finish module 2, which is very important. And then we will start the remaining. Happy to see that, Huda, you are loving it. Now, those people who came new, I'll use the time while we are here. You need, I'll share screen. So what you need to do, basically, you need to get into the IBM. Let me hide this one. You don't need to see it. You need to go to IBM cognitive classes. I'll just add it now to the chat. This is for people who just came today, didn't come yesterday. You need to go into this. It's in the chat. When you get into the IBM cloud, you need to register. So let me sign out. This covered yesterday, but anyway. So when you get here, you click on register and then complete this one. If this is your first time and click on agree, you will get an email. You accept the email and come back and log in here. Okay, so for me, I will just log in using this one. Yeah. Okay, so when you get here, you click on courses, and then the course we're doing is Python for data science. And then you enroll in it if this is your first time. I'm using different account now, so it's asking me to enroll in it. And then it will get me into the course. Yesterday, we completed this one, and I think we did the review. Today, we'll be doing the data structure, which will be a very interesting one. Now, before we start, I have a question for you here that I want you to answer, which I will show you the QR code. Again, as we discussed last time, the only change from yesterday is this one in the link. Let me maybe put it in the chat for you, so you can also click on it and then you get it. Click, then the chat, and here's the link. It's in the chat now. So this is where you can participate into the discussion, ask questions, and everything. Yeah, so I can see people 12 finished. Very good. Now, while you do that, I just want to do one more thing. I will enable allow attendees to ask questions in every slide. Now, and let's go. Good. So this is coming this way. Make sure you get there because you later will have so many questions and things that we need to do. I am happy to see that people are either in progress or completed. But if you didn't start yet, start. It's a very simple, and you should be able to finish it and complete module 1. And today you will finish module 2. I'm trying to just finish those modules quickly as we can. Then we'll go for a revision and do more exercises and activities to make sure you get it very well. I think today module 2 will be simple and will be straightforward and will be hopefully logical for you to understand and follow. We have a large group, which is really good. And we'll see how things will go. Now, your Q&A, I watch it from time to time. I try to watch it from time to time as much as I can. Sometimes there's so many things going on, but I will make sure I look at it. Now, you have 2 places to ask in Q&A. One is through the app itself. I can see here is a question. Could you please help us how to get access to the recording? Yeah, I'll show you how to access the recording, but I didn't upload it yet last night. That's my apology for that. We will upload it. My assistant was supposed to do it. I think she will do it. But if you go to community.edu.ac.ie, you need to have an account. If you don't have an account, click on create an account. Then you go in. And then once you are in, once you log in, you will go to the course, which should be here. And then you will find the recording of the session here. We will upload it. I'm sure she will upload it today somewhere here. So you will have it there and you can watch it completely. Good, so good progress. We have now around 200 people online, but only 80, 95, 94 finished this one. Maybe you don't know how to access it. The link is in the chat. So if you look at the chat, you'll find the link there that you click on it and join. That's one way. The other way, you can scan this QR code in your phone or enter this one in the URL. Good. The number is also of people attending is going up. I'll wait for another 3 minutes and then we will start. See how many of us doing? Very good. 20 didn't start. Maybe because you came new today. I know with those sessions, sometimes people come on the second day, they miss the first day. That's fine. If you look at the recording, you will see what you need to be doing. Basically, you need to go to IBM site, cognitiveclass.ai, AI for artificial intelligence. You register there, you go into the course, and then you will find there are labs you need to do. We're going to do it today as well. So we'll go to the labs and you will see how you practice the labs. And there are questions you need to answer. To get the certificate, you have to do all the review questions. There are review questions at the end of each module. There are 5 after module 1. There are another 5 after module 2. If you follow me, you will get to the question, you'll find they are straightforward because you'll explain the logic and we'll show how you get things, and we'll do more than that. So in module 3, there are 6 questions. There are here another 4 questions. Module 5, there are 4 questions. Then comes the final exam. So the final exam has 25 questions. You need to do it. This one, don't try it because once you start it, you cannot stop, and it has a limit of 1 hour. The review question has no limit on time. So you can start it, read it, go to the lab, try to understand it, and come and answer it. There's no issue with that one. But once you answer a question, you cannot re-answer it again if it is a multiple choice. But if it is another type of question like If it is a true and false, you have only one chance. If it is multiple choice and other types of questions, you have two chances to do that. So 50% of your grade should come from this one and 50% from the final. Now, if you complete this one, you give me evidence you completed, we will get you also the Abu Dhabi certificate. And in addition to the IBM badges, you will get Abu Dhabi certificate as well of completion. Now, attendance is not an issue if you attend, but the most important, you complete it because you need really to achieve something, not just attending and sitting here. Okay, so I think we are ready to start. We can start. Good. So today we'll be talking about data structure. And data structure is basically how you structure the data in your data analytics. It's data analytics or data science. The data is the core component there. So what are the different type of format and structure that you can use, put data in, and how to retrieve data, how to change data, sort data, do lots of processes or operation on those data. So we'll talk about today the fundamental data collections in Python. Yeah. Later, when we get to pandas, we'll be talking about more of that type of data, which is specific for data analytics. But these are the core data in Python that they are the building blocks of anything else comes later. Okay. So we'll start by the first one, something called list. And most of us know the list. A list is just a list of data. In other languages, there's something called array. And array usually the same data. You have array of integer, array of float, array of whatever. But the list is a collection of different data. So you can have integers, you can have float, you can have string in the same list. So this is a definition of the list, and I highlighted for you the most important keywords that you need to remember. The first one is mutable, means you can change the data. Once you build the list, you can go and change it. There is another data type, which we'll talk about it later. We cannot change data once we created the data. So we can change it with no issue. It's ordered list, means you can put it from smaller to the higher, or from higher to smaller, or in a certain order that makes a meaning to you. So that's a list. Now the list uses square bracket. You see this square bracket, which we last time used. This square bracket is the one that you need to create a list. Now here we created a list, we call it marks, which the marks of a student, and it has the name of that student first, and then his or her marks in the remaining courses. This is just an assumption. Once you create a list in this format in Python, you can access its data, similar to what we did with the string yesterday. Remember when we talk about string, we said the example of Abu Dhabi University. We're able to extract certain text from that text or certain characters. Now we call it marks. Now, if you want to get the first element in that marks, it will come Ahmad, because Ahmad is the first element, which element 0. The elements start from 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Okay. Now, if I want to get the second element, I put 1 here, it will get me 89, and so on. Okay, now it's became clear. Now, the good thing with the list, it can have another list inside the list. So this data can be another list, which we will look at it now, and then we will do it into the coding as well, so we become more familiar with that. Now, here is a question. Okay, look at this question and tell me, what did you notice in this list? what are the main things that when you looked at it, this is just an open-ended questions. You can type it in your phone or type it on just what did you notice? Multiple data types. Yes, that's a very good point. Multiple data types. We have numbers and we have text or string. I could have added some float as well. There are strings and integers. Very good. Different data types, items of string. Okay, string, integer. Very good. These are all the things you are doing. One thing I didn't notice is again the square bracket to start your data list, your list. And if there is a text, has to be between quotation mark, cannot be a text just outside there. So double quote, very good, thank you, Yusuf. Yes, length of this list is 5. This is correct. Very good. So this is good. Thank you for being active and doing this. I'll come to the questions. Now, going back to this example, as I said before, you can have a list inside a list. So we have a list called marks now. We have one item called John, is the one who has that mark, and then a list inside to give his marks for the courses. Now, how I can treat this one? If I ask for mark 0, I'll get John. Okay, if I ask for mark 1, I'll get all these things as a list. I'm not going to get 87. I'll get the whole thing because I have a list inside the list. So the position 1 include a list. If I want to get 87, then I need to say marks 1, which the list. Then I take the first element 0, that gives me 87. So this way, what I did, I broke that list into components. I extracted first the list there, and then from that list, I went to item number 0. So this is how the list is structured. So you can have a list inside the list. You can have other data type like sets, and we'll talk about them later inside the list. It's a collection. Again, they call it collection. Okay, this is clear. Now I have a quiz for you. Get ready, get your phone ready and start being ready for the quiz. I want to see everyone join this quiz because it will help you understand those things which we're doing. And then we're going to the lab and we make you understand it more and more. But just playing those quizzes will get you to understand how things works. Let me see how many of you will be able to join. 141, 44, 45, okay. Now, if you put your phone aside, it will go into the sleeping mode and your name will disappear from here. You open it again, it will wake up and get you back in the list. So keep your phone ready or keep your browser ready as well, because if you're using 2 computers, that will be perfect for you. But if you have computer and phone, it's okay. You have only a computer, you can open 2 windows there. Okay, so I'll count to 3, then I'll start. 1, 2, 3. Okay, get ready for the first question. Now, there are 8 questions in the whole thing. Don't worry, we'll have only 1 question now. Now, how to get 90 from this list? We have this list, how we get the item 90. I'm happy to see that people doing it fast. That's good. Now it will move to the end of the question if everyone answer or the time finished. Now we are almost there. Okay. Now we need to understand it. It's not just fun. So the answer is correct. 86 of you managed to get the right answer. Why? Some of you went into 2, some went to. Those who went into 2, they assume there is no list inside the list. So they expected this 90 to be 2. No, because this data here is a list. It's a new list inside the original marked list. So the right one is you can go into mark 1, which you're getting this data. And from this data, you're looking for 1, which 90. 0 is 87, 90, and so on. And there are others who went into mark 01. This is not correct because mark 0 is this one, John. And John is not really a list. But if you ask for John 1, you will get O because it's a string there. So now you understand. You look at it. If it's a list inside the list, then in this way, you can go to mark 1, which is the location of the list inside list, and then you go for item number 1. Okay, this is good. I can see not big difference, 1 point between Aman and Omar, and the remaining very similar. Yusuf, you are 2 points behind, but I'm sure everybody will catch up. Now let's see if you can do more later. Now, list operations. What we call operations in programming, sometimes they call it methods, or sometimes they call it functions. Means if you have a list, how you can operate that list, how you can search in it, how you can add to it, how you can delete it, how you can delete certain item, how you can sort it. These are operations, and operation done through something called methods. Later, we'll talk about object-oriented programming. We will understand methods much better than what we do now. So these are some of the operations, and we'll practice them in few minutes in Python. Append, it adds an element to the end. So if you have a list and you want to add an element to the end, use append, okay? Insert, you insert an element, but you decide where you want to insert it. You want it to be the first, the second, the third, the fourth. So you decide by specifying a position, and the position is that number 0, 1, 2. Pop is removing the element at the specific position. So we need to know where we want to remove it from. We need to remove the second, the third, regardless of what we want to remove. That's pop. But remove only, this is the difference between the two. Remove only will remove the first element. So you may get the questions to want to remove the first element, and then you're giving an example. So remove, always remove the first element. Pop can give you flexibility to remove any element. You decide the location. You can use 0, so you can remove the first element. Then there is extend. Now we have append, we have extend. What's the difference between the two? Append, add an item or element to the end of the list. But extend allow you to add another list to the existing list. So you can extend the current list by adding another list. We have reverse. Reverse is just you reversing the order of the element. It doesn't mean sorting in reverse order. No, it means if you have data in certain sequence, you can reverse that sequence even if it's not sorted. But sort will sort it for you from smaller to higher, and count will find you how many elements of the one you're searching for. What I mean by that. If you have a list called marks, you want to know how many students scored 90 in the test. So you search for 90. It will tell you how many students scored 90. It gives you the count. So the count of the result of your search. Okay, let me see if there are questions here. Could you please help us to get access to the recording? I will do that. Where can I access the content? And I'll show you in a second because I'm going there. Can you please display the QR. Yeah, I'll do the QR, but you don't need to see the QR because I put the link into the chat. But if you want to see the QR, here is the QR. Before we go and do practice on. Now, I need to answer this question, how you can access the platform. Maybe some of you are having a challenge accessing that platform. Is there another one that you can use to practice if completely you don't have? I will show this answer, and then we'll go and practice this list. If you understand list, you will understand the remaining things quickly because they are built on list. Okay. Good. Thank you for adding your reactions to this one. Continue doing that, please. Okay, so let's go to where we access it. So you need to go to IBM cognitive classes. Again, I put this one in the chat for the people who are coming only today. So if you click there, you need to go and register, and then you'll get. Now, there's another way you can access the content is through our community portal. If you say community.edu.ac.ie, you will get into the main page. You register and log in, and advise you to do that. There's so many courses you can benefit from, and we keep adding many of these courses. Go to Python for data science, and then you will find the content here. We already have all of them here, yeah? So you can access all of them. I put the review questions hidden, but I can show them to you. Now, this is the module 2. So there is a lab here. I will just click on the lab. It will take me to the lab instructions. We will start the lab now and go. So go in any of the two ways. Either you go through the community portal and register and click there, but in all cases, you need to have an account with IBM, because to get your certificate, you must go to the cognitive classes, which I explained, and register this one. You should have an account, and you should complete all the assessment there, so you can get the certificate, which is important for you. Now I'm starting the lab. It takes at the beginning some time to start. While starting, I'm just looking at this Q&A, which I'm not able to see it for some reason. They are here. Q&A. Okay, these are, while that one is loading, could you please help with recording? Some question, what answer question, enter code to convert 1 to Boolean. Yeah, we'll do that. I was having some problem accessing the lab yesterday. Was anyone? I don't know if you had. I think most people, from my question to everyone last time, large number, around 300, were able to access it. Only a few people maybe had some issues there. I'm not seeing any special questions on the Q&A that really need attention. Can we name the sub list? We'll come to that when we practice. There was no place for me to type the correct answer on the quiz. I hope you logged in. If you logged in, you will have a space to give the correct answer. Okay. Good. Let's go back now and share screen and start doing the lab. Now, where is that lab? Why I'm getting this one? I need my browser. Here is it. Okay, this is it is. Now, the good thing here, if you want to practice something, which I usually do, I create a folder for myself. You have here, you can create a folder. If you look at the Jupyter notebook, you have the option to create your own folders. They have a folder here, has all the labs. You can create your folder, say practice, call it, yeah, practice. And then later you can come to their labs. Now in this practice, you go inside the practice, you can create a new Python notebook. So this will give you a fresh one where you can play with it as you like. So let's say we have marks and we will call it equal and we use square bracket as you said. And we put a name Hamad and give him some marks. Okay. Give him anything. Yeah. Now, once you add this and you press, you can use the len to find the length. So len marks, this will give you the length of that list. So this list includes 6 elements. Now, if I want to add, I want to show something interesting. Once I type marks and press and add dot and then press tab, you know, tab, yeah? You will wait a little bit. It show you now all the commands that you can use. So if you don't remember them, this is an easy way to do it. Yeah, it maybe take more time to appear on your computer, but once they appear once, they become active. So basically any command, this is a list, you want to know what the command, you put dot, then you press tab. It will show you all these things. Now let's try, for example, sort. Yeah, so sorting data, and we do like this. Now, it didn't accept sort because the version I'm using here is different. Again, Python has so many different versions. So you can use sort different way. What's wrong with this one? Marks dot sort is something with my, yeah, there is something with, oh, yes, absolutely. It will not sort it. Why? Because we have a string there. Let's remove that string. Yeah, let's do this. Sort will be only for numbers. Now we said sort and we'll say marks. Now it is sorted from the smaller value to the higher value. Remember the mistakes we did. If you have a text inside, one element is a text, it will not be able to sort it. So when you run sort, it will not work for you. You will get this error. And if you look here, it's telling you because you have string there. So remember, don't sort string, yeah? So this numbers, if it's only numbers, we can sort it, yeah? And then you get the value. Now, if we take the original data, yeah, and apply to it now reverse, marks dot reverse, yeah? I said to you reverse and sort are not the same. Let me do now marks. See what it did, it didn't sort it. This data is not sorted. What it did, it took 87, which was the last one, made it the first, made 90 the second, made 77 where it is, and 88 and 90. So what it did is just reverse the order of the data. So if you want to sort something in descending order, you need to sort it first, do sort, and it will give you the data. Now you apply reverse to it, yeah? And this now, it will be the data in descending order, yeah? So we notice now 3 things we learned. The len, get the length of it. We did reverse, we did sort, okay? And that's it. Now, how we can add to that data? Now we have marks is this, we need to add data. So as we said, there is append, yeah? Now append, you need to provide the data you want to add. So let's add 1, okay? Now, what is our new list? This is our new list. 1 is added to the end. So always when you add anything, it added to the end. So append, added to the end. There's something called extend. So marks dot extend. I will stop a little bit to see if any of you have a data after this one. Extend basically allow you to add another list. So let us add another list, which 100, 200, yeah? See, Why I say this list? Because it has have a square bracket. So I'm extending the marks by adding another list inside it. So we can do this now. If we say marks, we will see we have all the marks. Now, maybe some of you are having a challenge on accessing. I can see so many hands there, so many questions there. So we'll go through these questions and see what we can do with this. Okay, let me run. There's something going on with this hanging. Oh, we'll come back to this. Okay, here's it, sorry. Where do we find the recording? We already answered you. Please share the link to download Python. Now, we said we're not downloading any Python. We are connecting to IBM and running it from there. So you need to have IBM. Now, for those who cannot do it now, I'll give you a faster solution to practice with me until next time you register your account. Yeah, you need to register. But I'll give you a quick, faster way that will help you practice with me without anything, okay? Python W3 school, I think that's the one. I'll just send you the link in a minute. We'll get you here. Okay, so I'll send you this link now in the chat, and you basically open this window and follow me from here. Anything I do, you do here. For example, if I create marks equal, this is for people who cannot register, having some challenge now, and it will take them time to register. This is a faster way you can follow me, yeah? So basically I did marks, and then I said here marks, and click, it will run and show you the data here. The only thing you need to do is to follow this link, okay? For maybe again, where is the chat? This is for those who are not able to register in IBM or having an issue. Now the thing here, use print only. This is the only thing, yeah? For me, I will not be using print because the one I need don't need print. For you, you need to say print. When you say print, you should get the result coming here. Now, see, this is the list came. So anything I do, you can follow me here if you want, without anything. So did I add it to the chat? I think I did, but let me do it again. Here is this one, yeah? So if you go through this link, you should be able, there's so many things. There's also the one as Ream added, you can use. There is rebel.it, there's so many things you can use, but you will not get the IBM certificate unless you sort your problem and register here. You come here, registers, and then after you register, you log into the courses, then because you need credential, yeah? And then you come to this one here, and then you go in. The labs, you can do them outside, but you need to register, come here and finish all the review questions and finish the course and do the final exam, then you'll get your. So again, those who cannot follow there, they can follow me here. Remember, you need the word print in mind because I'm using something called Juniper Notebook. It doesn't require print. I just write the data and it will display it on the screen. So with this one, we are, I think, there. Let me see if I am still, this is answered. Can you please share the link to download Python? I already explained, there's no download. We do not need to submit the notebook. You don't need now to submit it. How are we going next line with the Python lab? I explained you need to register, have an account and go there and register, and then you can access it. For append function, is there a limit to the number of items? No, there's no limit for the number of items, but you need to give only one item at a time. Append will not accept more than one item, but extend, this is a good question. Extend will accept more than one item. Append will take only one item. Okay, hello, Mr. Hamad. I would like to ask a question. what is the answer of this question? Enter the code to convert number 1 to Boolean. Basically, you need to put bool, B-O-O-L, and put 1 inside, then it will convert it. I have registered, but while typing the command, it's not going to the next line. Okay, that's mean you're not familiar with it. I'll show you how it will work. Just give me a second. I need to hide this one from here. Back to my code. This is the lab. Yeah. This Juniper notebook, you need to use this one to create a new cell. If you want a new cell, yeah, you click this one. This create a new cell for you. In one cell, you can have many things. I assume I'll put something called price and equal, and I'll create some price list of different items, which are float, and something with 199, yeah. And after this one, I say price. So I have two things there. So now it will set the price and it will display the price, okay, to do. Now there's one only problem with this one. If I say price, yeah, then I decided in the same cell to sort price. So I sort price, sort, and I'm sorting it now, and do enter, and then print price again. Yeah, what it will do, it will just display for me the last print. Yeah, this is why usually people break this one into different. That's one here, and then I have another cell. I can put the sorting in it, and then another cell I can do something else. So I can manage my data. Okay, chat. We have chat. We have so many things. Chat is fine. There's no thing. And your questions seem to be okay. Okay, back to what we do. So we said there are a number of commands. We managed to talk about only append. We talk about extend, and I'll go back to the extend again to show you how the extend work. This one is when maximizing the screen, Zoom just takes some extra space, which make things not easy for me to click between things. Okay, now I'm back here. This is the lab, yeah. Now in this lab, assume I have list one. I'll call it list one, yeah, equal this number. Anything I'm putting there, and with a name with some text inside. Okay, so this is list one, and I have list two. You do something similar, call it as L1, L2 if you want, if you're lazy to do. And I have some text there and some numbers to add there. I know you're not lazy, you are very active. Now I have two lists, okay? So if I display list one, I'll get list one. If I display list two, I'll get list two. Now how I can add list two to list one? This is where the extend will come. So list one dot extend, then I can say list two. Now this will create for me a new list one, which include all the data. Yeah, so this is then I cannot use append. Yeah, append will cause me a problem. Yeah, it will not treat it like the same thing. It will add it like another list inside the list. Say append is added the list to as a sub list of the main list. Yeah. So now let's refresh our data. If you go back here and run this one, how to run it? You click on run here or press shift and enter. Shift and enter. Yeah. If you raise your hand, you should raise it when you really means to raise it. Yeah, because I will give you a chance to speak and you should be ready. Yeah, get ready. I can see there are a few hands up there. I will allow you to speak in a second. Yeah, so you can ask me questions. I'll start by Himanshu. You need to unmute your microphone and speak, please, Himanshu.
Yeah, hi, Ahmed. So I have one question, like how we can append in between of a list. So currently we are appending at the very last position of the list. Yes.
Correct. We have something called insert, which in the next page I'll talk about it. So we can insert it in a certain location.
Position. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. And when someone finishes speaking, please lower your hand so I can know that you already completed your question. The next one I have on the screen is Muhammad Mansour. Muhammad, go ahead and speak. Unmute your microphone and ask your question.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Please, for the quiz, yesterday for me everything was okay for answering the quizzes. But now, as I said exactly, when I go to that link exactly, which I got from yesterday and today even, I'm not seeing the place where I can enter my answer or type it.
Okay.
I don't see any login exactly for this link which you gave us for this.
So I will show you now. If you went to the IBM cognitive class and you entered into the course, yeah, then you will come here. You will find our portal. You will not find the questions because our portal is just linking. You need to have the IBM account. You need to go to cognitive class.ai. Once you get there, in each video, if you click on this one, for example, first, you will find questions here that you can answer. Yeah. And at the end of the module itself, at the end of that, you will find the review questions. There are 5 review questions. You click on it and then answer it.
Yeah,
but you need to go to, yeah.
Sorry, that's fine for the questions and the review questions. I'm talking about the quiz questions.
The quiz, there is no quiz.
No, you already gave us the link for which we can make a quizzes.
Oh, yeah. This link, you mean this one, the AHA slide. Yeah?
Yes.
The AHA slide, I put the link into the chat. But again, to access it, here is the link, which I did show. People coming late, you get lost sometime. I did show this one at the beginning. This is the link.
Oh, sorry, sorry, doctor. This link is different than the one from yesterday?
Yes, because this has the number 2, because this is day 2. Yesterday, I said every day I will change this number. So today is 2, yesterday was 1. So the link is different, but it's just only the last number will change. Yeah? Good, clear. Thank you, Muhammad. Good you ask these questions because it helps others. I know others, they have the same question, but they're not asking it because they maybe. Thank you, pleasure. Okay, then I have Sama, then we'll continue. We have lots of things we need to finish. So let's progress quickly. Sama, you can speak if you want.
Hi, Doctor, how are you?
Very good. Happy to
Doctor, can you repeat the last part again?
Which one?
Append. How we can,
append.
Yes.
Yeah, I will repeat it. For sure, I will repeat it. Thank you, pleasure. Okay, others, I will come back to you later. I can see Ishraq and others, I'll come back to you. I think maybe I will answer your question. If I do not do, I will come back to you. For sure, I will get you a chance to speak. Now, this append, let me simplify it, but maybe because I just jumped quickly. Now, if I go and run this cell now, okay, and then now I have now 2 lists. List 1 is this data, and list 2 this data. If I use extend, it will make the 2 lists one big list. But if I use append, it will treat the second list as one list that is sub list of the list 1. Yeah, let's see now. If I do this now and display the list, see now what it did. It added list 1 as it is, and added to it a new sub list, which actually list number 2. So the append add only one item, but that item can be a full list or can be just a single item. The extend will merge them together, the two, yeah, and make one big list. Now, I cannot apply this here. I cannot say here and say list 1, extend, and then list 2. I cannot do it here. Why? Because now list 1 has a change already to something different. If I want to do this, I need to go and run this cell first. So it go refresh it back and make list 1 is this, list 2 is that. And then I can come here and run this one. And I think I did list 1. Yeah, list 1, do that. And now it did that. Then I display list 1. And you can see list 1. Is it now clear? So append will add one item. If that item is a list, it will add it as a sub list to the list and so on. Okay. Sorry. We did reverse, we did extend, we did sort. The pop says remove the element at the specific location. So if I come back to my lab here, and here is my list 1. So I want to remove from list 1, I need to pop which item 878. Yeah. So what will happen now? No, sorry, I need to put the index. That I want this one. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5. So I do this. Now it will remove that one. So it pop take it from that one. So that the pop. So the pop it will removes the elements at the specific position. Now remove it will remove the first one. And if you can practice it, it's obvious. You just remove without specifying anything. Say for the pop, I need to specify index. But for remove, I say just remove. List 1, just remove. And because it's obvious, it will delete the first one. Here, yeah, okay. Something I did here, okay. Then yeah, remove. I just have to write remove correctly. Sort is, we know it. Count is again finding the items. Where is count? Count list 1. You always need to remember to put the list. List 1, count, and we need to know how many we have. 888 there, and we have 288. It's like searching and give you a number. If you search for something is not there, like I search for 1000, I'll get 0. That means there is no item. So count, you consider it like list. Now the good thing, all these commands we used, they are in the other types. So we will we'll know how to use them later without repeating that. Now I have for you now some quizzes to do to practice the list and quickly, and then we'll go to the next data type. Okay, get ready. Get your phone ready. I can see already these people are active. 170 are active, 172. We have really good number of participation here. We need more. Now, again, maybe because you don't know how to access the code. The code is in the chat. And it is this one again, same one, ahaslide.com/ph4ds2. Next time it will be 3. Okay, so let's do some practice on our quizzes. Okay, so you're getting the question now. How to add 60 to this list? So I want to add 60 to this list. What should I use? This is good practice for you. Programming requires practice, like anything. When you start learning driving, it sounds very complicated, and you worried about this roundabout or these intersections. And later, when you do it, it becomes just normal thing. Yeah. So you need practice. Your practice becomes very easy. And I can see people here are interested, and you're doing very well. So this is append is the one. Now extend is not the right. Why? Because extend is used to add another list to the list, not a single item. Yeah. So single item you cannot add. Okay. And add, there is nothing called add in the list here. So it is append. Append means add. Okay, who is doing well? Aman is still there. 1 point still. Hamza, last time you did very well. We'll see. And it's a good score, yeah. Question 3. Now, how to sort this index, this list? Remember last time we said when we try to sort a list that has one element is a text or string, it didn't accept that one. But you need to make sure these are really numbers that you can sort them. But now, where are we? Sort. The right version for this one is dot sort. Okay, so we have 138. So this is the command. Reverse will not work because reverse will just reverse the data as they are. So it will put 20 first, then it will put 30, then it will put, so it's not going to sort it. But sort will sort it from the smaller to the higher. And then you can use reverse to sort it in the descending order. So this version, this one was working on a previous versions, but not working with the existing one. We're using 3.6, I think, here. The latest one is 3.9. Okay. Lead Aman still holding and making 3 points difference, which good. But the points are small here. People can jump faster. Continue, Aman. Okay, question 4. Now this is how to add 60, 70, which really a list. Yeah, you need to make a larger list. Yeah, we don't want to add it as a sub list. Yeah, so how you can do that? This is a good questions because I can explain a few more things once you finish this one to show you the difference between extend and append in a different way from what we already have discussed. Good, time's up. So it is extend, that's right. But it's the extend that send a list. See, this extend is not the right one because it's sending elements not in a list. They don't have square bracket around them. This one has a square bracket around it because extend requires a list to add it to the original list. So this is why this is the correct one. This one is closer but will not work because 60 and 70 are not put inside a list. This one will not work because append can add either a list as a sublist to the original list or a single item. So this append, if it has a square bracket here, it could have added 60 and 70 as a sub list of the price list. I hope this is clear. Now, who is leading? Things has changed. Shopee is now up. Fidel, it's completely different list, yeah? Oh, this question, I think, took you by surprise, yeah? Anyway, now we have done the list and we enjoy those lists, yeah? I hope you enjoyed it and you find it really nice and useful for you. Now we have something called tuple. It's similar to the list. But what are the differences between tuples and the list? First one is coming here. It is immutable. We said the list is mutable, means you can change it. And what I mean by that, I didn't explain it well. Let me do. Now I have this list one. Let's see list one, whatever it is, list one. This is list one. If I want to change item number one here, this one to new thing, I can do it like this one. List one, square bracket one. One is the location, yeah? And make it 2. Now, this will change list 1. If I say list 1 here, you will see it will change the 88, the item number 2 to number 1 to 2. So you can change the list. So I can change any item. Say list 1, let me take item number 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 is a text there. Let's make it 0. Yeah, and list 1 now it has changed. So the list is mutable. I can change it. But the other one we're talking about it, a tuple, is not mutable. Once you set the data, it's gone. You cannot change it again. You need to create a new one and use that. Why it is useful? It's useful when you have a data that you don't want really to be changed later. So it protects that data from being changed. That's one difference, yeah? So you cannot change the data once you set the data. Because you cannot change the data, you will not find you have append, there's no append, there's no extend. Those commands or methods we had in the set that deal with changing data like pop and others are not available in tuple, just limited. The other difference, it uses this normal bracket, yeah, not the square bracket. So these are the two main differences between them. Now, if you look at the methods, as we said, tuple has limited method. One method is count. You know how many items in that length of certain value. And the other one, you have index of the value. So you can find the index of specific value. Yeah, search the tuple for a specific value and return the position of that one. So this gives you the count, like we did count before, searching for 90 in the list, and we find there are 290. You can count. The index will find you a certain item where it is in the index, in the tuple. Okay, these are some examples. So when you set it, for example, let's look at the days. I thought the days is something that doesn't change. We will not have one day Sunday become something else, hopefully. You never know. But the days will not change. So days, if we take this example, this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then you use this bracket, as you noticed. I don't use square bracket. Then the same way I can get the data from the tuple by using the index. So days and square bracket again to get the data. To create the tuple, you have to use the normal bracket. When you get the data, you need a square bracket. So dates 0 will give you S. There's -1 will give you A. I used -1 because, as you know, in the list or all this data, you can start from the end. The end, as we described yesterday when we spoke about string. So you can look at this. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 1. If you look at it from the other side, this location is -1, this location is -2, this location is -3. So days -1 will give you A, which is the same thing you can apply to to the list. And day 3 is W into the location. So this is a very simple one, which we're not going to spend too much time on it there. The other important one, which we now coming to it, called sets. And you play with the sets in the mathematics. You remember in math, you spend time looking at the sets and those span graphs and intersections and union and stuff like that. We will do the same thing here, but we'll do it using programming. It will be very simple and easy to understand. Before I get into that, I will look at some of your questions which you have here. I have registered, great, is not going to the next slide. I explained, I think, that one. How do we submit the notebook? You don't need to submit the notebook. You just do it, you complete it, it will stay there, and later we'll look at it. Please let me know the extend again. I will do it again later. For the extend, does it need to be a new list or it could be items? It need to be a list. You put it in between bracket, square bracket to be a list. It has to be a list that include items. Then do we have to submit? I don't need now. Can you tell the difference between insert and append? Insert, add data in certain location. Append, add data at the end of the data. Where do I get to access the practicing labs? You need to go to the cognitive class.ai from IBM. You register there, and then you will find the course, and then you will find where you get the lab. Look at the recording of yesterday, which will publish it today, and you will find out where you find it. How do we insert in the middle? I think we will look at that one later. How to use the POP? We did use POP. I did the practice, but it is showing repetitive values of list. I think you maybe repeated the same process on the same list multiple times, which are what I mean here by, if I come here, remember this one, I said extend list one, yeah? And when I did, let me start from the top here. I ran these two, yeah? Now I came here and I said extend list two, and then run list one, yeah? Okay, now if I run this one again, and I can run this one again, I get a longer list because it keep adding list two to the new list one. Yeah, and then it will change to different way because the list became too big. So if you repeat any cell, you will continue repeating the process by either adding, if you're adding, extracting, if extracting, whatever you do. So you should run the cell only once that you need to do, or go back to the original data, run it, and then come back and run the cell. Some certain logic need to be here. Okay, Hiba, okay, that's good. Do we have to count manually for the elements in the list? You can use the length, len will give you, or you can search for a specific item to give you the index using the index method. Is an index method. When I try to access the code by reloading, it appears good. Previous slide. I didn't understand your question. To know access the recording, we'll do that. Does insert take only one element? It takes one element, but that element can be a sublist. Now we are getting to the sets. Now, what are the sets? How different they are from the list? Is one main difference. Yeah, in the sets you would not have repeated items. Yeah, so if you have duplicate, it will remove the duplicate from the list. That's one. The other thing, it is similar to the list. You can change it, you can iterate it and do all the things with it, but it uses these curly braces. So you have to use curly braces. So now we have square bracket for the list, tuple using the normal bracket, and the set using curly braces. Later we'll talk about dictionary. Dictionary also uses curly braces. So the main thing, sets does not have a duplicate. So if I use here, I have cars here, and I have BMW, Toyota, BMW. If I display cars, I'll get only BMW and Toyota. The other BMW will go. It doesn't keep it. It keeps only single value of an item. If the item is repeated, then there is no place for it. It will have only one occurrence of that item. So it's clear, yeah? Now it has more, because this is more mathematical related to that, so it has more. So how you can find the intersection between two sets, how you can create a union of two sets, how to find data that outside the intersection, they are not part of the intersection. Okay, how to find the difference between set 1 and set 2, or difference between set 2 and set 1. So it has a number of things, but it has commands there, easy to run. You don't need to have it make it very complicated. It's very easy to run. We'll go through it and we'll see some nice sets. We'll play with it. So these are the commands that's similar to our friend, which we spoke about it, the list. So it has clear, you can clear it, you have copy. We didn't do copy last time, but copy is just copying a list to another list, creating a copy of the list, like when you copy a file and create a new copy of it, and then you play with that copy, similar. Pop is and remove are there. Now let's look at the special methods or command that are into the list. Remember, in the list, we don't have add, we have append. Here you have add. So add an element to the set, which you look at it. Now, if you add an element which already exists, it will not add it because it already exists. Difference, return a set containing the difference between two or more sets. So you look at that one. Difference update, this will remove the difference. Remove the items in this set that are also included in another set. Discard, remove the specific item. If one item you want to delete, you discard it. Intersections, find you the intersection between two sets. Now we're getting into some nice things, yeah? Before print and command, things like that. Now we're getting into some interesting topics, isn't it? Intersection will return a set that is the intersection of two sets. And then intersection update, remove. Anytime you see update is remove. Remove items in this set that are not present in the other set. So these are some command, and there are more command. This is the last page, by the way. So is disjoint, this will return whether the two sets have an intersection or not. If you want to see if do they have intersection, they have a common data or not. And this one is a subset, return whether another set is a subset of another set. And there's a few more, we'll look at it. Let's practice. I hate just talking without practicing. So let's come and create some sets, yeah? Let's simplify life. We'll say S1 equal, and remember square bracket. So let's have a data 2, 8, 3, 9, 5, 11. I don't know why it came with this data. And let's have another S2 below that one. And we will come with some data and we look at it and see things like that. So we have two data now, and let's add to this one something like that. So these are our two data, set 1 and set 2. And again, we use this square bracket. Let's make it big because sometimes you don't see it. Okay, so if I say S1 dot and press tab, as I described, this will give me the list of command. This became too big. So this is the list of command. Let me use the difference. So S1, S2. What is the difference between S1 and S2? Let's see what that will come. Basically, those items that are in set 1, but they are not in set 2. Yeah, and we find 2, 3, and 8 are in set 1, but they are not in set 2. Yeah, so items in the first set that are not in the set 2. Now, if I do the other way around, set 2, difference, set 1, and then I'll get the other way around. These are the items that are in set 2, but they are not in set 1. And the items are 4. Yeah, 4 is here, is not there. 73 is not there. 88 is not there. Yeah. So now you see it. Yeah. The other one, intersection, is one intersection, and the intersection, this is the intersection of S2. Now, the intersections are the common data between the two. So between the two, 5, 9, 11 are common. 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11 are common. S1 union, yeah, S2. This will give me what? This will add them together. And of course, remove the duplicates. Those intersections will be just added once. The 5, 7, 9, they are twice there, but they are added once. Yeah. And you can continue now, S1 dot, and do this. You will find all those different commands that you can use, and you can play with it. Yeah, we have seen the most important command. Now, if I use difference, and let's do this one. Now we remember this one will delete the difference. What is the difference between S1 and S2? Do you remember? When we said difference S1, S2 gave us 2, 3, 8. Yeah. So if I come here and do this, I will get S1 will have this data without it just gave me the difference between the two. So S1 became like that. S2 is still as it is. Yeah. But if I go back and run this one, and let me do now the other way around. So we know now the difference between S2 and S1. This is the difference, which 8, 3, 7. So if I say here S2 difference update, yeah, difference update, and S1, then we'll find me S2 now has changed and became the difference. Yeah, so S2 now became the difference before, and change the value. So for any time now I refer to S2, it will give me only this difference. So it changed it from being this one to the difference between the two. Now there's a good way to do it. If you want to do this and you don't want to lose your S1, yeah, you do this, you can copy it. Yeah, you can take this S2 and make it in S3, and then do that. So your S3 now becoming like that. You can use copy, sorry. S3 equal this one, yeah, dot copy. So you can copy this one to a new data set, and that will get you there. So we have looked at now finding intersections. We did not look at discard, because discard will remove specific item. You just select the item you want to specify by the index. We looked at the difference. We did not look at the add, and the add is very simple. You can just add it. What else did we? Okay, these are a question. Now in programming, you will be familiar with this. When you see is usually give you true or false. Is this joint? This will return whether the two sets have an intersection or not. Okay. Now, is subset will return if subset. If is superset, which include all those sets. Symmetric difference. This is interesting. Symmetric difference. It will return a set with symmetric difference of two sets. Yeah. And symmetric difference update. It will insert the symmetric difference from this list to other list, and union will add them all together. So these are the sets operations, and now we want you to be ready to start getting some exercises. Get your phone ready, and should not lose your place. Those people who made really high numbers should be ready to get more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, question number 5 on the sets. Okay, so we have set 1, S1, S2. These are the sets. How we can find the difference between these two sets? Set 1 difference set 2, or S1 difference S2. Is it 12 or 7 or 6 or something else? There's no something else. We are preparing for the main data type that's very important for us, which called the dictionary, which the father of all this, which you will love it, the dictionary. So, right, 7, it's not 12, because we're looking at data in set 1 and are not in set 2. So 7 is in set 1, but not in set 2. Yeah. So S1, the difference is S2, that's where it is. Okay, so next question, then you'll see the result. Assume now S1 is this, S2 that. What is the difference between now S2 difference S1? What will bring you this one? Okay. There are some people a little bit slow. They were not able to. You have to be faster. Very good. So it is, this is very good, really. So it gave the right answer, which should be 6 and 12. Now we're looking at those data that are in set 2 and not in set 1. So 6 and 12 are in set 2, but they are not in set 1 because we're starting that way. And you can see people going still to 12. 12 is not the right answers because not the only one. There is 6 as well. So people went to 6. 6, 12, yes, but if the right answer is this one, not only this or only this. The two together are the difference. 6 and 12 are the difference. And 10, 7 has nothing to do with that because we're talking about data in set 2, but are not in set 1. 7 is in set 1, but not are in set 2. Yeah, but not as in set 2. Yeah. Okay. Now, question number 7 on sets. Intersection. So what are those intersections between S1 and S2? I think in our example, we use different numbers because I was creating these numbers randomly from my mind. So don't, if you see something similar, maybe it's not. Happy to see 193 participating out of 251. Yeah, some of you maybe still don't know how to access this system. Well, this is fine. This is the second day. Well, now with the time you will catch up and you will find how to do things better and better. Okay, so where are we? Yes, so 129 gave the right answers. Yes, it is 2, 3, 5. It's not really 6, 7, 12. 6, 7, 12 are not really, because 6 is here and 7 is there and 12 is here and 12 is not there. So you need something that in all of it. So 2, 3, 5 are common between the two. You'll find them 2, 3, 5 here, 2, 3, 5. But 7 is not here. 6 is not here. Yeah. 12 is not here. So the intersections are the common between the two. What are the common between the two? This is maybe good for you when you do sets in math. Come in Python and practice it. This will give you really a good understanding how it works. By the way, you can draw the Van graphs, or if you want to do that, you need to download the certain library to do that. Last one is the union. Union is a very obvious one because it's union. Now, I think I didn't create a question for the dictionary, which really not good. We'll do. Still, we have good time. I know maybe some of you may be tired, you need some break. There's no break. We will have a break next time. Now we have only half an hour. We will finish it, and then you can have a nice break. And next time we'll build a break in between if you need. I will ask you again through AHA slides. If some of you, most of you say, yeah, we'll do that. I hope you're enjoying it. You're finding it useful. You need practice. You don't practice, you change things yourself. Practice means not you take something and you copy it. No, you change it yourself. Create another set and play with it. Add to it and do intersection, do union, do sorting, do things like that, and see what will happen with that one. Will it work? The problem with sets again is it's unordered. I will explain to you what does it mean unordered before I continue. Okay, so we have the right answers. Of course, union cannot be only 239. Union is اتحاد, means جمع الأشياء مع بعضها. You put things together. It cannot be a small. Just if you look at it from that point of view, it cannot be only 3 numbers. It has to be everything. So this is everything, but there is no duplicate value because sets has no duplicate values. Good, I think this is the lead table and Ola is leading. Oh, congratulations, Ola. In fact, we still did not finish because I didn't add questions for the last one, but we will do it. Or I'll add some questions later and share it with you. But congratulations, Ola. Yeah, you did excellent. Now, the second place, Ola is in first place. I have Angeles is there. Shajita is there. Yasser is in 4th. Fadl is in 5. The difference are not huge. Still, we are in the 600 points, which shows really good. The main difference was the speed of answering those things. Yeah, so that's good. Let's continue. Now, no more questions coming to you, which is not really good. I know you didn't like it. You want more questions. Dictionary. Dictionary, from the name, when you hear the word dictionary, it means something and its meaning. or its value. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so it usually a key and a value. For example, if you look at a car, for example, the car has number of keys. One key is not the key of starting the car. No, you can have the brand of the car. The brand is a key. So it can be Mercedes. The model is a year. Yeah. The mileage, how much that car did run. Mileage is a key. So usually it's a key and a value separated by a colon in between. I will show you a nice dictionary. We look at it. So a dictionary is a collection which is ordered, and you see a star here. Because in the previous version, 3.6, it wasn't, and 2.7, and the previous version before 3.6, they were unordered. But starting from 3.6, it started becoming ordered. So the new versions, if you use it, is ordered. It means you can put it in a sequence and sort it and things like that. Changeable, you can change the value. It doesn't allow duplicate. It's similar to the set in terms of doesn't allow duplicate. And similar to set, it uses the curly braces. I'll give you an example. Here is a set. This is the car, for example. So a car, this is a dictionary. Sorry, a dictionary. Dictionary equal. This brace is there, curly brace, which means the start. Now, brand, colon, Ford. So the brand of this car is Ford. Model is this one, yeah? Year is 1964. I don't know why they selected 964 for this one. Anyway, so this is a dictionary there, which we can look at it. Okay, what are the methods of the dictionary? It has so many methods. One, we'll go and practice it now, and you will understand it. From key, this will return a dictionary with a specific key and value. So if you want to create a dictionary from a key, I have a key list of cars, names, or brand, then I want to put it in dictionary, I can use this one from a key. I'll show you later. Get, it will return the value of a specific key. So I want to get the value of the brand. So I say get brand, it will give me that brand, Mercedes or whatever it is. Items, it will return the list containing tuple for each key value. So they'll give you the values, but we'll put it as tuple and changeable data. Keys will give you all the keys in your dictionary. We'll look at pop is similar, remove the element with a specific key. This similar, yeah? And we have pop item, remove the last inserted key value. Those pair will be removed. We will practice it. Update is again updating the dictionary with specific key and pair. Values will give you only the values. So these are the dictionaries, and before we getting there, I created this one, but I didn't create it like a quiz, or it wasn't good. Anyway, let's go to the code and practice. Now, people who using H4W3 school, you still can practice it here. But my advice, delete everything and start fresh, because this way you will not get confused with what you are doing if you still. Now let's create a dictionary. I'll call it my car equal, and I have this curly brace, enter. Now this is the way you create it. The best way to create it is this way. So I said my car equal, and then I can start here saying between quotation brand, because this is a key. The key always need to be a string, yeah, like this. Yeah, what is the brand I have? I say BMW, I don't know why. Then you need a comma. Then another key, yeah, model. For me, the model, I'll put the year, yeah, or 2021. We'll buy a new car. Okay, the last one we will have mileage, mileage, okay, mileage, okay, colon, and we say this car did run around 40,000 kilometers. It's a new car, but still this driver is taking it everywhere. This is our list now, sorry, dictionary. So we have a dictionary. Again, the dictionary has a key and a value for that key, a key and a value for that key. The value can be a number or can be a text, but the key always has to be a text, okay? And then continue. Now, if I want to display it, I just say my car, yeah? I'll get the dictionary. It usually comes this way, yeah? But when you create it this way, it becomes easier. By the way, dictionary is important. It's similar to an important data type called JSON, which you can be used in artificial intelligence, chatbots, and so many things. JSON is important tool that people use it to pass data between different servers and different communication. Usually they pass it in this way, yeah? So this is cars, but if I say I want to get the car that has a certain brand, I need to know the brand of that car. So what I can do, I can say cars, square bracket, and put the key here. If I do this, I will get the brand, okay? See, assume I want to add something else here and say the owner, yeah? My car, and I need to add someone called owner. And I will give it the name Hamad. Let him get this car. Now my car, and I'll get Hamad is added as owner. So you can add other keys and values to the dictionary. Yeah. So this way you can start adding others. Now you can use the key to find any data. You can do also some calculation. Assume the mile, the price of the car is based on the mileage that the car run. I can add another one called price and use a formula to calculate the price based on the mileage and add it as another key called price. Yeah, we don't want to get you into this one. We'll get to it later, but that's something you can add. Notice maybe a mistake that you could do is having a comma here. There's no comma here, yeah? This one should be no comma here. The last value has no comma there, but you need a comma after every value, key and value. Now, the dictionary can have a set or a list inside it. So let me give you something. Remember that marks we used. So let's say we have exam result, yeah? So exam results, I'm just saying this one. And I want to create a dictionary for that exam results that include the course code, the course, yeah? See, I have number of courses. I'm teaching, for example, CIS 1403. I'm just coming with a number. And this course has these marks or these results of student. Yeah, this guy is scoring very bad. Yeah, then see, if you are looking at student marks, you should use a list, not set. Why? Because set will not allow two students to have the same mark, and this is not logical, yeah? So this is one course. I have another course called DMR, I don't know what DMR, for this one. And then I have another values for the marks of that DMR. See, notice now I didn't put this one, I had an error. So I have some other marks going there. Yeah, thing like that. Yeah. So this key, the value of the key is really a list. It can be also a set if I use this type of square bracket, of a brace, curly braces. Before marks, as I said, the list is the right one, not the set, because the set will be strange. So this is one I created. Now, if I say exam, I made it difficult for myself by writing a long one. Exam results. By the way, if you have a variable and you start typing the variable and press tab, it will complete it for you. So you don't want to. So I want to get the results here. I'll just click here. It will give me all this. Now, if I want to get exam results of the first course with CIS 1403, this will give me a list, yeah, that contain these values here, which related to this one. Okay, and the same thing, I can add another thing. I have another course I want to add to exam results. Exam results. I have a new course, which MRG, I think, something like that. And then I can now give it a new data, which I can do. Now, you will find this one useful, not now. You will find it when we come to the data analytics using Python. We will be able to convert this dictionary to a table, like Excel table, and manipulate that table by creating so many things related to that one. So that's it. Now you can practice those commands. They are just simple command. You can pop item, and you just need to specify, remove the last inserted key. So you notice here we added. Where is this window keep coming on the screen? Zoom, they need to fix this issue. I need to talk to them because something they're not good. Exam tab dot will wait for long time because I want to get pop. Why it didn't come? Okay, here's it. So these are all the different commands you can try. You have get, you have this one. So pop item, let's see pop item, what will give us. When I did pop item, what it did, it gave me the last item I added. Remember last one I added was this one. So it gave me the value of that one. These all commands are self-explained. You can go through them and you'll find. From a key, again, you can create a set from a key. Get, again, you get a value of a specific key. Similar to the method I use now. You notice I use a different way from get, which again, the same thing. See, I'll go back to the get here. This is our exam results. Exam results dot. I could have used get here and specified the item I need to get its value is this one. Yeah. So this will give me similar result to this one. This one and this one are the same. I use this one because it's used widely in pandas later when we'll be using it. So this is easier way. So either to get a value of any key, you either use this way, exam square bracket, then you put the key inside the square bracket. That's one. Or you can use the command get. But in this case, you will have a normal bracket. Just this, the two things will confuse you. Always those command or method use a normal bracket to start. Yeah, but the data inside can be different. But when you want to get it using just the key, so you can see exam results and you put the key, you need a square bracket there. So we're done with that. Let me jump quickly to here and see what you have for me as questions. I can see there are some questions. Also, if I am not wrong, remove is a method that takes the element to be deleted as, yes, correct. You are not wrong. Does it matter if we use or around a string? No, it doesn't make difference using single quote or double quote. The standard people using, if you have a data in a set or a list, usually people use single quote. So it's good practice to use single quote, but I'm a little bit old, so sometimes I use the double quote, but it doesn't make difference. Are sets similar to matrices? Yes, it can be if you have multi-dimensionals. You have a set inside a set and you put them in rows and columns, it can be. If a set list 1 equal list 2, will list 1 point? Yes, the challenge is if you do not use copy, always any change. If you make list 1 equal list 2, if you change any value in list 2, it will change in list 1. Oh, yeah, but if you use copy, it will create a completely new copy that you can play with it and you change it and you do whatever you want to do with it. That's a good question, John. Thanks. Addition of another value to a key is possible. Yes, you can add, you can change an existing value of a key, of an existing key, or you can also add a new key with a value to the dictionary, if you talk about dictionary. Okay, it will be a list of value. Okay, thank you. R for set, yes, yes, yes. These are for the tuple, the one that doesn't change. The second one we said doesn't allow you to change. Tuple. Can you explain pop item? I think I did, yeah? You just take a certain item from the list. Can we do a research or project with you, sir? Yes, I'll be very happy to do that. We can discuss it later. Okay. Why can't the key be something other than string? This is the way they created the dictionary. Is that way? It has to be a string or a letter or character, thing like that. So because later it will be used as the heading of the table. Yeah. Okay. So okay. Oh, there's a question here you already answered. This wasn't, I didn't mean to create it this way. I meant to create it like a question, but I didn't do it right. So this is again a question for you, and I think the people who gave the right answer are here. So if I want to get the brand, the model of this dictionary, I need to use my car model. This will not work. This will not work in the dictionary, but it will work later in pandas. When you use pandas, this will be working with no issue. Someone calling me. Okay, now we have done this one. Let's go to the course and see where you should be in the course. I think what we did, we covered everything. If you just go to module 2 in the course and start going through it. We explained the video. These videos are very short and you can go through them quickly. This one was describing the two. Okay, listen to it. I need to, from Jupyter Notebook, if you come here and click on this lab, then it will take you, or this is module 1, sorry, I need to go to module 2. Module 2, we have few labs here. There is a lab here that you need to do. The lab is very simple. Hopefully it will open quickly and I'll show you the lab. We have done almost all of it. I think we did more than that lab, but you need to practice it yourself. Use the time to play with it and practice it there. Let's see if it load quickly. There's so many places you can practice those labs. You don't have to do everything here in terms of the labs, but if you do it here, it's good for you because you can have it a record. You can come back to it in the futures when you want to review it or do anything related to that. The lab would refresh. So if you look at this lab, they expect you to finish it in 15 minutes, and they are explaining all those different, which here, so you can go through that one yourself. This is a tuple here, and this is the result of it. Then they will talk about indexing. We're saying the index starts from 0, 1, 2, but there are also a negative index, which you can look at it. And here they created for you to print the first one, second one, third one, all the things which we discussed related to this. They have, it's here. And then this one is about creating. One thing I didn't show you is that I can create a list or a set from a list. Yeah, I'll show you that one in a second. So this is the lab. It's just simple lab. You can go through it and do it yourself. But I'll show you here that I wanted to show you this one. What is that? Yeah, here. Now assume I have a list here, list 1. Again, we'll have something in that list, yeah, with some duplicated, some data. Yeah, this is a list here, and I want to create a set of it. Yeah, so we'll S3, I'll call it. I can say S3 set, and then I'll put the list inside it. This will create for me a set from that list. So S3 now is a set. How I know it is a set? Well, first, I have this bracket here. Second thing, there is no duplicate. Here I had, where is it? Here I had 66 twice. Here I have 66 only one. So I can convert a list to a set. Yeah, and I can convert a set to a list as well. So you can convert data from one way to other way as well. I don't think we covered this one here, but it's there. So you should be ready next time to show me that you completed module 2 completely, yeah? And then we can continue. Now, do you have any more questions? I'm not seeing, there's one question here for practicing which link. Go through all the labs one by one. But usually if you go to one, you can practice everything from one. But if you need more than one, do that. Yes, I know the screen is not clear because I optimize for video. I'll stop optimizing for video. Thank you for reminding me with that. Now the screen should look perfect. Where can I find yesterday? We're going to upload it to our community portal, which will be community.edu. And today one hopefully will be there. Should come into here. I will make sure it's there today, inshallah. So if you go there into the community.edu.ac, you need to register and have an account. Then you log in, you come here in the course, then you will find the video coming here, and today's video will be here as well. I hope you're finding these sessions useful. My main purpose is to help you go through this course. You could have gone through yourself, but sometimes you have questions. You need to see how things working, and you need to experiment. But the best way is to practice. Just practice, create a new set, use those methods in it, do some inserting in it and sorting it. Set, you will not be able to sort it. Now, I said something about the set that is not really in order. Let me show you what I mean by that. It's not an order, it is an order. Yeah, let me come here and see. If I create a new set, let me create a new set, call it S4, and let me put this data in some orders. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and look at S4. Now it's coming in order. Yeah, but if I want to sort it, say S4 again, I want to change it and make it 5, 8, 6, 7. Yeah. Now, if I want to sort it, I will not be able to sort it. Yeah. I have a meeting coming. I keep creating it in the right order. So not according to what I entered. That's what I want to say. I enter this set in a certain order, expecting it will be 5, it will be 8, it will be 6, it will be 7. But when I display it, I find it's back to this order. So I cannot specify the order as I like. But if I have a list, I can specify the order. So L2, for example, and I create a list. If I put it 5, 8, 6, and 7, it will stay as I did enter it. It will always stay as the same order I specified. So the set is not the way you order it. It will order it on its own, not based on what you want it to appear. If you have a certain sequence in your mind for the data, you cannot dictate it in the set. Yeah. Okay, so I know many of you added some questions to Zoom itself. I didn't look at those because I was hoping that you will do it there. What if is a list is a mix of, yeah, you can have a list that a mix of string and numbers, but you will not be able to use the sort on the text. You need to sort the numbers on their own. If you want to sort the text its own, there is another command to sort string that you need to use. Yeah, so you need to treat it that way. We will practice all this thing more and more. I can see not that many questions, but thank you for sorry, for attending, and I hope to see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we will be discussing some other programming things which we'll be using on this set and list and other things, how we can use some operation, create some conditions, create some loops, and do some other data there. Yeah. So thank you, and make sure that you connect to the IBM and you register there and finish module 2. I saw so many people started module 1, many completed module 1. Want you to get this certificate at the end, and then that will help you getting other certificate on your own. You will find this is easy. With the time, you will be able to do more and develop your skills and practice coding the way you would like to do. So thank you. I wish you a good time, and bye everyone.